Hey, Jack from Alpha Charts with the State of the Market video. Today is November 15th, 2025. Before we get started, this video is for educational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right, thank you all for watching the video. If you have not done so yet, please like and subscribe and tweet or repost the video. I do appreciate it. You can also find me on X at AlphaCharts365. I'm posting ideas and market content all the time there. I do have a subscriber group. It's $10 a month. I give a ton of content from weekend videos, subscriber videos, focus lists, which is specific where I'm looking to buy and sell or what I'm planning to do for the week, midweek videos, market notes. I mean, that's tons and tons of content. So check it out for only $10 a month. If you're a YouTube only watcher, I offer the same content basically, all for YouTube's as well. Just click that subscribe button and you're in, same price, same content. I use the posts over here to for my market notes. So it's all there too. So again, it depends on where you're watching the video, right? But it's $10 a month to month, totally worth it. Click that subscribe button. It's you're gonna like it. Let's get into this video. All right, so starting with SPY. So you can see we had this beautiful uptrend, and now we're starting to, starting to falter a little bit, right? You have a lower high here, but you do have a higher low there, so there's some consolidation. I think that there is some pause. I think this October 10th was a very, very significant day, and we have had kind of very wide and loose price action since then. Until I see this tighten up, I have I think, a more cautious stance coming into this market. When we look at the RSP, you see it looks very different, right? Um, I'll make this, let's see if I can change this to white just so we can see it better on this bottom line right there. And you can see how this trend line right there, it's holding it, but this is a long time to go nowhere. And so some people could say this is just a consolidation within the bigger uptrend. And you know what? They could be absolutely right. But, I'm also seeing, I think, some the longer this goes, the more questions I have about where this is going to continue. And I think this trend line is the first spot. I think the 50-day moving average, not pictured here, but I can tell you the 50-day moving average is above here, and so this is going to be an. I think if this trend line breaks, RSP equal weighted S&P 500 is a big problem, and that's going to spread to probably more of the market. Looking at the Qs. Same idea. It's just kind of wide and loose. There's your October 10th date. That was the shot across the bow. And listen, things went up from there. So there's no reason to, okay, you get cautious here and then it resolves higher. Okay. But then you get the shakeout. You get this then move lower. And I still think this October 10th low is super important. We'll call it 589, 590, somewhere around there. If that breaks, this could be a much bigger problem. Equal weighted cues kind of has this head and shoulders toppy area look to it. You could kind of look at like that, right? And if this again breaks below 99.50, that's a problem. And we're not that far away. We're a dollar away from that. So that is an issue right there. Again, has not broken yet. So, I can't get too bearish because it actually, just to the contrary, we see that it's been support and support and support. So it has to break to confirm. But equal weighted cues, that's telling me that, if this does break, that's a problem. Huge, huge problem. Mid caps. Again, gone nowhere for a long time and really can't get anything going. So, there's your October 10th right there. A break of the low would be a big problem. And IWM already, it broke the low, bounced right back. It was like right at the low. So I'm not too I won't count this as a break at this point, right? It did not close, below that area right there, 236.35-ish. That's the area that, I think it has to close below, but it has not. Um, and also, the longer that this goes, like in the mid caps or even the small caps, sideways and this choppiness, it could be sneaky distribution as well. So that's why I'm a little bit more, just more cautious, not bearish, just a little bit more cautious. Looking at the individual sectors, XLF. You can see that they were starting to rebound really nicely, but did make a lower high here, and now it's starting to reverse lower again. This area right there, I think 5150, that's a big spot. Big, big spot. It's only $1 away. 5150 is a big spot. It's about 2%. XLF, then you have SMH. Again, you know, there's your October 10th right there. Went up and now it's curling back around. Again, toppy looking, but nothing is broken yet. So again, it's hard for me to get too bearish if it hasn't broken. Even though the wide and loose patterns are there and equal weighted has broken, right? It has broken. There's your October 10th and it broke. So, that just tells me that probably, Broadcom and Nvidia are holding up SMH because they're the biggest weightings in Taiwan Semi. And underneath the surface, there's a lot of damage going on there. Um, yeah, yeah, rough chart that XSD, right? I think semiconductors is definitely a place that you want to probably avoid, which we haven't said in a while, right? It's been one of the best. After that, we'll talk about some about transports. Let's look at XTN. So XTN is another one that you could say it's been going sideways for a long time, right? Um, and it's still in this congestion area, so nothing's broken. But if this breaks down from here, again, transport's a big deal. That would definitely be in the bad category. When we look at housing, it's already been breaking down. This was one of our tells that something could be wrong with the market. Housing is great to watch for that, and yeah, so it's not looking good at all. Made new lows, since July, right? And multi-month lows, and it just looks like it's lower highs and lower lows, right? It's in a downtrend, and again, not a good sign when you have housing in a downtrend. Looking at the MAGS chart. Um, you know, let's change this so everyone can see it a little bit better into white. You have this trend line, and trend line held all the way, and now it broke right there. And you know what? That's a problem, right? If the biggest boys are starting to break, and we'll see. If it recovers quick, it's fine. But if it continues lower from here, that's a big deal. So we have a trend line break in the Magnificent Seven as well. Just looking at Bitcoin real fast. Uh, you know, it's a little pop back today, but really it's in a downtrend and it broke below 100. It was actually lower than 95. It did bounce at 95. I think 95 is a big spot, right? It got down to 94, 503. But Bitcoin, again, not looking good, right? This was one of the things where risk on, risk off. This as an indicator, that was a decent indicator. Okay. And I think we're going to keep it there for today. I'm cautious the market. I think that even under the surface, the internals are very questionable, for sure. And, and I think that I'm not going to be real aggressive. I don't mind raising some cash, and and this will pass. It's not. I don't think this is a market crash. I think this is just a normal pullback correction that we see every so often in the markets. If you want this type of education plus much, much, much more, check it out at Alpha Charts 365. Click the subscribe button, or on YouTube, click that subscribe button, and I think you'll be very happy with the results. Okay, y'all take care. Have a great day.